Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Excelente! And welcome back to another week of Learning with Senor Cow Cow. All right, it's Monday around here, and here's what we're going to do. We are going to practice one more time the indirect object pronouns, which we have been doing since last Monday, okay? And we are going to have it tomorrow. We're going to practice the indirect object pronouns and the direct object pronouns as review, which we've already had a test over. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to give you a test that covers DOPs, IOPs, and in a small way, your airport vocabulary, because it may say something like, he gives the suitcase to me, or I buy it, referring to maleta or boleto or things like that, okay? So stay versed on those words. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First is your warm up, which is here. Okay? Saquen papel y practiquen. Pause the video now. All right, I sell the books to you. Te vendo los libros. Número dos, he buys the house for us. Nos compra la casa. They send us money. Nos mandan dinero. We give the paper to her. We give paper. Le damos papel. If you said el papel, that's fine. All right, here are two verbs. I want to gift you the dog. Te quiero regalar el perro. Quiero regalarte el perro. If you do not know your 6 verbs, we've been doing this for a week. That's not good. Study them. It is 6 verbs. All right, number 6. ¿Quién te trae comida? How would you answer this? I would say, if I were you, I would say, mi mamá me trae comida. My mom brings me food. To me, she brings food. Okay, which again, like the last test, you will have to do. You'll have to answer questions on the test. Now, instead of going over the complete notes, I'm going to tell you, remember, these are your indirect object pronouns. Me, te, le, nos, os, les. They are all people who are receiving things. So le means to him, les for them, etc. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Okay, now I will review it, but I'm going to do it on Quizlet. Okay? All right, so you tell me these 6 verbs. To give is dar. To bring, traer. To buy, comprar. To sell, vender. To send, mandar. To gift, regalar. And those are your 6 verbs. Okay, and then after that, again, you have a whole bunch of excellent, excellent practice sentences to get you ready for the test. I give you the money. Te doy el dinero. I give him the money. Le doy el dinero. I give them the money. Les doy el dinero. Okay? Let's skip through this. Try a new one here. All right. He sells me books. Think about it. Me vende libros. He sells us books. Nos vende libros. He sells her books. Le vende libros. Let's do one more. He sells them books. Les vende libros. There you just switch out the les vende, le vende, nos vende, and so on. I bring the dog to you. Te traigo el perro. They bring the dog to us. Nos traen el perro. All right, last one we'll do. She brings the dog to me. Me trae el perro. Okay, now today we're going to do a couple of activities in the book, and then I'm going to leave you to take your own online quiz. Okay? All right, so here's a page from your textbook. So this first one, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. Now this one I thought long and hard about, and I decided that it does have some good value here. All right, complete the sentences with the correct indirect object pronouns. So look at the modelo, the example. We have el agente, the agent, as in the travel agent, vender, to sell, los boletos de ida y vuelta, the round trip tickets, and then you have the key thing here, a nosotros, to us. Okay? So you have the agent to sell, the tickets to us. So what they did is they said, el agente nos vende los boletos de ida y vuelta. The agent sells us the round trip tickets. So in each one of these sentences, y'all, you have to figure out who is the person receiving something. Who has their hand stretched out? Okay? Who is waiting to receive something? So I want you to do, there's just 6 here. I want you to do each one and then see if you got it right. Do it just like the example. You have a nosotros, so they put nos, and the agent is the one doing it, so they put vende. The agent sells us the tickets. So I'm going to leave this on the screen. Go ahead, saquen papel, pause the video now. All right, so here is, so I did a little snip and took this out of the book. So number 1, here we go. So, el agente, it's to my parents, a mis padres, so it is les da el itinerario. And let's make this bigger. Okay, el agente les da el itinerario a mis padres. That is the correct way to say the agent gives the itinerary to my parents. As you can see, anytime someone is receiving something, you have to have one of these. Even if you're not replacing, even if everything is still there, you have to have one of those. It's like you can't send an envelope without a stamp. Okay? Okay, so this is, come on, stay the right size here. Mi padre, let's see, le paga $400 a la agente de viajes. A la agente de viajes, to the travel agent, so it is le. My dad pays $400 to the travel agent. Number 3. Mis abuelos nos dan equipaje nuevo a mí y a mi hermano. So here we have my grandparents give us new luggage to my brother and me. So my grandparents give new luggage to me and to my brother. Nos, that is to us. Nos dan. Nos dan. Understand the show. This is the heart of it. They give to us. Dan, they give. Nos, to us. You have to understand that before we move forward. Mi madre me regala un nuevo traje de baño para el viaje. So we can leave this in here, I suppose, just for emphasis. This thing's touchy. Mi madre me regala un nuevo traje de baño a mí para el viaje. My mother gifts to me a new bathing suit for the trip. 5. All right, so a ti means to you. So this one is yo te doy mi perro a ti cuando voy de vacaciones. Yo te doy mi perro a ti cuando voy de vacaciones. I give my dog to you when I go on vacation. I give to you, te doy. And finally, number 6. Nosotros le damos el equipaje al auxiliar de vuelo. We give the luggage to the flight attendant. It is going to him, so it is le damos. We give to him. Okay, so this next part is actually a listening activity. So basically, this guy Alejandro is in the airport and he's looking around, and pretend you're on the phone with him, and he's looking around and telling you what he sees. Oh, this person is handing the flight attendant this person. Oh, that person is buying something for his son. Okay, whatever it is. So what I want you to do is look at the sentences here and listen, and all you have to write is a little mete, le, nos, or les. Okay, here it is. And these are all in order, by the way.
Unidad 1. Lección 1. Actividad 13. En el aeropuerto.
Alejandro describe lo que ve mientras espera el avión. Escucha lo que dice y completa las oraciones con me, te, le, nos o les.
Estamos en el aeropuerto esperando el vuelo. ¡Qué aburrido! Los pasajeros les hablan a los auxiliares de vuelo. Un señor le quiere dar un refresco a su esposa, pero ella no lo quiere. Una madre le canta a su hijo pequeño porque está triste. A ver. También veo a un pasajero que le pregunta la hora a la auxiliar de vuelo. Creo que la auxiliar va a hacer un anuncio. Sí, nos dice unas palabras que no comprendo bien. Ahora los pasajeros caminan a la puerta y les dan las tarjetas de embarque a los 2 auxiliares de vuelo. Un momento. Mamá me quiere hablar. ¡Ay! Tengo que abordar el avión. Les hablo más tarde. Adiós.
All right, so number 1. Los pasajeros les hablan a los auxiliares de vuelo. The passengers talk to the flight attendants. Les, to them. They talk to them. Número 2. Un señor le quiere dar un refresco a su esposa. A man wants to give a soft drink to his wife. Le. And then, after that, the guy said, pero ella no lo quiere. But she doesn't want it. Just kind of a weird scene, right? This guy, he wants to give her a soft drink, but she doesn't want it. All right, anyway. All right, número 3. Un pasajero le pregunta la hora al auxiliar de vuelo. A passenger asks the time to a flight attendant. Le pregunta, asks her. Number 4. So then he says the flight attendant is going to make an announcement, and then it says, la auxiliar nos dice unas palabras. The flight attendant tells us some words. Los pasajeros les dan las tarjetas de embarque. The passengers give them the boarding passes. And he says, oh, un momento, hang on a second. Mamá me quiere hablar. Mom wants to talk to me. He said, oh, tengo que abordar el avión. I have to board the plane. Les hablo más tarde. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll talk to you all later. Okay? Now, the last thing we're going to do is I want you to go to my Quizlet page for indirect object pronouns and click on test. And all I want you to do, see if I can get past these ads. All I want you to do is take the test. Okay? Do this for the rest of class today. There's one for you to type. He sells them books. He sells books to them. All right, and then to bring. I give you the money, and so on. Then you have simply matching, which will not take you very long. Then you have multiple choice, also will not take you very long. And then you have true false, which also will not take you very long. Okay? So again, go to my Quizlet page, click on the indirect object pronouns lesson, and then click on the little button that says test. And it will take you to this little test and see how you do. Okay? If you don't do well, study and take it again. Remember, I'm only asking you to know 6 verbs, which is very little for Spanish 2 standards. It's little for Spanish 1 standards. Okay? All right, that is it for today. Study, study, study for your test on Wednesday. Tomorrow we're going to look back over direct object pronouns, and I will give you some practice. And then on Wednesday we will knock out the test. All right? If you have any questions, let me know. Adios.